Side of a not
And
Saturn.
hello, welcome to Homebrew Hunt's new session. We have two new players here, and things are about to get fun.
Hello.
Howdy.
Not Sparta.
Hello.
All right then.
Do not mind Cicada trying to look up Satyr and misspelling it with cider.
Okay, they're medium
I'll say
creatures.
there's correct.
All right then.
They're medium creatures, standing about 5 foot or something.
Master Who?
Yeah, they're generally a little shorter.
My guy's big.
Master Who?
Hmm.
You've
Yes.
you've been in this prison for about a week or so after what you did. So, but
After what I did.
yes,
You know.
You know what you did.
but
We know what you did.
while you were in your cell, you had noticed the stars. They read something. You are able to make out something about a dragonborn and a kobold, a small lizard and a big lizard, mostly. Before you, just under that, you passed out.
Sorry, what?
You Kate.
I think you're reading the stars.
Yes.
All
The
right.
stars reveal big lizard and small lizard, then you pass out.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
All right.
Mm.
All right. As the morning
Sorry, me.
goes out, the door is open for breakfast as the guards slide in each meal to each of y'all. Each of y'all in your separate cells, in each of y'all's separate meals.
May I ask what this meal is made of? Like, what does it consist of?
You're not sure. It looks similar to oatmeal, but it has the texture of drywall and the consistency of concrete.
It's not good.
He kind of just like pushes it away.
The guard says, you're a loss. Trust me, man. That's the best stuff you'll have here. As he walks away. He goes over to your cell, Ruby, as he slides some food. Wake up, got food.
I take the food.
It's the same thing as Master Who's.
I take the food to keep up my strength.
All right, and the same thing is served to both Cicada and Mucky Mucky.
And Cicada, being used to this stuff, eats it.
Maki Maki still hating it with a passion. Put some stolen salt in it.
The little girl sees you not want to eat it as she walks up and puts a small jewel she's been carrying on the pile of food.
On my pile?
No.
My pal. Kobolds can eat rocks.
Are we all in
Usually do
separate
also eat-
cells?
Yes. Yes, and
We're all in separate cells, but Maki Maki has a child in his cell.
Except one of the NPCs of the group.
Okay.
NPCs.
the bartender is still laying low and she eats her meal, although she does as she has been doing ever since she got here. She's still been trying not to draw that much attention to her as she's mostly just been hanging back. Ah, after a couple more hours, a couple talks, the door is opened for lunch. a little lunch, a little exercise, and back in the cells. Y'all, y'all get out, and where do y'all go?
Wait, we're all out to go to like the yard or something.
Well, not just the yard. There's a crafts area. There's a small library, actually a decent-sized library, and a couple other things. But yes, there is a yard with basketball weights and stuff like that.
That's always so stupid. I get. Okay, so, Gergu, I mispronounced the name. Gergu. We'll go to the court area, or or like to where you have weights and such.
Ah, yes, outside. You go outside in the
Okay,
scorching
he will
sun
go
as
there.
you spot the weights.
Um,
Cicada would be there too, though he's just there to watch.
But and
he picks up a relatively large weight and just starts like curling.
all right, please roll me a strength check and
Strength
one
check.
perception
Okay.
check, please.
Okay. First, strength check first. Would this be in athletics or just straight strength?
Uh, I mean, I don't think it'd be that athletic to lift a weight. You would need pure strength, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is
So,
basically to see if you gain any muscle mass from doing this. If you don't, you hurt yourself.
so,
Yes.
so is it just check and then I add my strength modifier, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Check plus
Mm-hmm.
That would be 17 for the strength check.
Quick question: how heavy are the weights?
That's a good question. Oh yeah, don't you know? I don't tell you to know.
Well, there are multiple sets,
I,
ranging from around
I
three
assume
hundred.
it's like in 10-pound increments. So it's like, or 5 pounds. So it starts at 5, 10, 15, 17.
Mm.
All right. Well, yes, you do
So I guess you
succeed.
pick.
And what about that perception check?
Let me roll that right now. Hold on 1 second.
Take your time.
My Wi-Fi went out.
23.
23. Okay, you do manage to lift the weights and regularly curl them, rip them, or push them up, whatever you're doing. But you do
I'm
And
like,
he cut out.
you do
curling.
notice something a little bit different. You notice that there's a dragonborn there,
Or
just
is it on my end?
watching, looking, looks at you, looks at people, not really focusing on one thing. Cicada, I mean not cicada. Maki Maki, where would you be?
Oh,
Eh, I'd probably also go to the front yard where there's a bunch of people doing weights, stuff like that. But I would try to be kind of going around and seeing if I could potentially get some friends on the inside here. Talking to the guards, reminding them about the upcoming fight between two other uh, guards, one being a full-on dragonborn, the other one pretending to be a dragonborn, but people really think that this one's actually just three kobolds in a trench coat.
All right, Ruby, would you also be in the yard, or would you be in anywhere else?
Can me and whose characters have like a history and like know each other?
Sure, sure, sure. So, how would y'all know each other? Long lost friends, met on the road, seen once or twice.
Let's just say, for the sake of it, we met on the road.
All right, met on the
Okay,
road.
so then I'm gonna follow him out to the yard.
All right, all right. As y'all are doing this, you eventually start to hear a commotion from the other side of the yard near the basketball courts. Do y'all go toward it?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll check.
Gergu will head over towards it.
I'll spectate.
Okay.
I like cheer on if they're fighting. You know, fight, fight, fight.
Okay. Okay. Maki Maki Cicada. What we all be doing?
I go to the stands.
Oh, by the gods. And he goes over.
You see, you see a strange sight. You see a dragonborn. He's dragonborn with the orange pants, but his orange shirt is tied sort of like how some people do their hoodies around their waist. But the other side's a little bit weirder. Even though it's hot as crap, you see a very wobbly dragonborn looking guy with a very heavy coat on. He's wobbling, almost like he's drunk.
But he's furry, or he actually has a coat on.
No.
Like
He
a
actually has like a giant prison coat on. It's much brighter with stripes of orange in it, so it's much easier to see. Just in case he tries
Okay.
anything, such as trying to hide anything in the coat. So in case he even tries to stab somebody, he'll be even more be able to pick out than a crowd.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
As the fights begin, mm, each one's doing a much more of a boxing style, mostly trying to keep their distance while trying to throw in the occasional punch, and guards almost immediately begin to be in the area with a couple with just around I would say five or so trying to stop three, two of which are on the wall yelling downward, while three are trying to push through the crowd. Is there any is there anything else y'all like to do before this fight ends abruptly?
Um, Ruby looks disappointed.
Wait. So they're fighting each other, and now the
They're
guards.
getting broken up.
Oh, okay. No, he stands and watch. Kind of glances at the clouds a bit, then back to what they're doing.
It it again doesn't last long as the two prisoners are put in handcuffs and walked out. You Oh, by the way, can y'all please roll me a perception check real quick?
Perception or passive
Uh,
perception?
Oh, it's a good question.
Perception.
he
Also,
said
everybody.
check.
Gotcha.
He said just roll. So
Another 23 for me.
that is going to be. That's an 11 plus.
There it is.
I got a nat 1.
Oof.
Wait, we're all rolling perception check? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
Yeah, we're rolling perception check.
Should we be typing out what we roll so that
You only
it's
type
easier?
out what you roll if you're rolling initiative. That way we can keep track.
Seems fair. So to be honest,
I got 12 total.
All right. So, well,
I
most
got
of y'all.
11.
All right. Well, Cicada Maki Maki, you saw a little blur coming out of the chest, almost like something's going in and out, but you weren't able to see correctly. And then there's a. Oh, and how do you pronounce? Quick question. How do you pronounce your name? Gura
Gergu.
Gurgu. Okay,
Guru.
Gergu.
Gurgu. You see it clearly from the way you're sitting. You see a little kobold head poke out, look around real quick, and poke back in. Ruby, on the other hand, while you're trying to look, one of the guards uses the back of his halberd and hits you in the face right between the eyes.
Oh,
I'm being attacked.
ouch.
It's not enough to actually do any damage. More just enough to slightly hurt your eyes. Maybe bruise the bridge between your nose.
They just randomly attack people.
I think it's more or less you were too close and you got like
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's like, hey, what are you doing? There's a ring for a reason. You go break up yourself, fucking asshole.
So
As-
so is there like a bruise? That was-
As they're being taken away,
It's
one
gonna be
guard
rude.
comes up to you, Maki Maki. Thank you again. I'm not sure. Thank you again. To be fully honest, I'm not actually sure if that would have gotten out of hand. I'm not entirely sure if we could handle it. So thank you.
Well,
I haven't
it was obviously a 3 against 1, so something would have gone wrong. Either multiple people would be dead, or maybe there's just one big guy that got shot a couple times. Who knows? But keep this on down low, please.
He nods his head as he
I have another question.
pulls his fingers across the lips and flicks away and flicks as indicating that he's just going to keep his mouth shut.
And just like goes
So-
over to the guy that got fucking backhanded with a goddamn baton. Just like, you okay?
Um, I wasn't. Wait, hold on a second. I wasn't clear what I saw with that 23 earlier. Sorry.
Well, it was just a fun roll. You actually did see a kobold head poking out of the middle of the coat, looking around, then poking back in.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
It was Cobalt in a trench coat.
Yes, it was three kobolds in a trench coat.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. Continue. Ooh,
All right. Mucky Mucky, you said you went up to Rudy. Ru, Ray, Ruby. You said
Yeah,
you went up
I
to
went up to
Ruby.
Ruby just like, hey, you okay?
yeah. He's like Ruby's like stumbling and regaining composure.
Eh, some of the guides can be assholes, but if you saw some of the things that went down here, this is some light work. Now, you look like a newer guy. How about we help you over to a bench?
Yeah.
uh, so you're taking to a bench? That's what's happening.
Yeah, I try to at least. You can go somewhere else. I'm just gently going.
Okay, I walk with Maki. Is Maki your character's name as well?
Maki's my character's name. I have my server profile to be that, so there's no confusion.
Okay.
In real life, it's out.
As they're walking over, Gergu follows them up behind. Just kind of keeping an eye on Maki. Maybe
As he acts as my consort.
like
So-
consort. Why not bodyguard?
Why can I imagine how cute?
My herald.
Okay, it's better. I like
So, big guy, what are you in for?
someone's face.
What are we in for?
I smash someone's face in.
I think it's up to you.
Up to you.
Um,
Your character is a neutral evil monk, so
okay. Um,
who knows? You could have punched a noble.
yeah, okay. Somebody looked at me wrong.
And then I
That's
smash
all he's
What do you
gonna
mean,
say.
someone?
Someone looked at me.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
horn gored him.
okay. Yeah, I understand that somewhat. Somewhat. I'll try not to get on your. Now, you sit down, let your senses come back to you. Try not to die. I just give him a little pat on the back, lower back, as that's all I can reach still, and head back out. Oot, mm, trying to see who I can befriend for some favors.
The little
I'm gonna
the
say
little
this right
girl
now.
follows you
Cicada
still clinging onto your pants.
Cicada did kind of stay where the ring is for like a solid minute before going back to where the weights are.
I kind of like leaned over down to Ruby and just said, "That one's a strange one. Be careful of him. No, I've heard there's no good coming from a kobold."
He seems all right to me. Oh, wait, can I do like an insight check? Would that like give me information and like whether to trust him or like?
I said,
Well,
"Yeah,
when
can we make
inside
an
be
insight
used
check
in like
on?"
detecting lies and such.
Okay.
Yeah, but it can also be used to tell if someone's like good intentioned,
like being genuine.
Okay, then yes,
being
you can.
sweet. That's how I let my people use it.
Can I also make an insight check? Or
Go ahead.
okay,
14.
uh,
14. You do notice that both Maki Maki and Cicada do have good intentions, but you're not fully and they do
We
actually have.
haven't met Cicada yet.
mine is 6.
Oh, you can't see crap.
Bad person.
You cannot tell crap from. You cannot tell crap from a piece of gold. You cannot tell crap with a piece of gold. So with that, yeah.
He just kind of snorts and like crosses his arms as he's like just watching Maki and Cicada.
I reassure Gurgu of the pure intentions of Maki.
He's nice, friend. He's very nice.
I'm gonna go up to the meanest looking motherfucker I can see here and just like, hi, do you need a friend or some help?
Cool question. Are you talking about the meanest looking or the biggest?
The meanest.
Mean? Okay, okay, so guys with tattoos, scars,
Listen here,
constant
now
asshole
you're the
look.
second tallest because you're 3 inches short.
Well, I got somebody that has that in spades. You do see one man carving something into his own forearm. He's a lizard man. You can tell from a distance. He's more at the corner of the yard.
Which I just kind of head over to gravitating towards the reptilian side, just like, he's scaly. He might be a dragonborn.
He looks at you and with a raspy voice says, "Lizard folk," as he continues carving into his arm.
So chill.
Mm.
Who spoketh?
Was I?
My
I
name.
think, and just like, so, Mr. Lizard Man, would you like a friend?
You seem you leg- He looks at you with a bit of surprise, and you see him tear up.
Oh god, did I say something bad? I'm sorry.
He quickly grabs a hold of you and proceeds to hug you very, very tightly.
I see. I guess that's a yes to friend. It's just trying to get more gentle back, but I think I'm too squeezed.
He lets you go and says, "Sorry, it's hard to talk." to other living things.
It's okay. You give off a very threatening aura, but
He
that
nods.
might just be so people don't actually try to stab you.
He shakes his head. Uh, born like this, I like pretty images, so I make them on my arms and head. He shows up his arm, which thanks to his scales leaves less of a blood, and it's not exactly blood. It's like sort of like carving into calcium. It's actually a beautiful image of a flower, and so is the rest of his body with casual drawings on it, as you can clearly see now. But there are plenty of other scars on his body that's not art.
Mm, you got very good eye.
He nods his head. Yes.
Mm, I wonder. Was it time to wait to be able to give you color to your tattoos? Would you mind having a favor for me?
He nods his head.
Mm. Oh yeah. I'm sorry for being so rude. My name's Makina. Nice to meet
He held out his hand to shake yours as he says, scale. My name is Scale.
you. God, thank you very much for letting me be your friend, Scale.
He nods his head. He also says, um, I heard you looking for scary man. Is this true?
Mm, scary people have more understanding stuff of why they got in here, but also sometimes they just misunderstood.
He nods his head. Um, he seems a bit hesitant to talk before he like forces himself to speak. Uh, know someone here. Mean and scary. He points his finger over to actually the other wall where you actually see a little gnome. He's just
Oh,
sitting there.
Machi Machi is gonna refuse the urge to kill no one sight. It starts heading over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kobolds don't like gnomes. There we go.
Oh
they
boy.
despise
Oh no.
gnomes, and Maki
Yeah,
Maki's no different. He wants to kill every gnome.
Um.
Considering when the gnomes first hatched from gems, yes, they hatched from gems in the very beginning. Their first thing was to enslave the kobolds and lock the first ever kobold in a never-ending labyrinth. So yes, they hate
okay,
them.
yes.
But
They have
the
Um,
built
first
in.
step, the first step is to prank the absolute shit out of them. And if they're still not satisfied, then they massacre them and use their skull as a warning sign.
oh my. So wait, as he's walking over, is is Cicada back over by the weights?
Yeah,
Like,
Cicada's back over by the weights, leaning against
um,
possibly a wall or fence.
while still keeping an eye on two of you, he's gonna go back over to the weights and like continue his curves.
Gotta get those good.
By the way, Maki Maki, while
What
you're going over there, you actually see Scale coming with you. He slowly walks beside you.
Just like everyone is neutral, even the goddamn gnomes. Everyone is neutral, even the goddamn gnomes.
everything's
There.
neutral, even the gnomes. Everything's neutral, even the gnomes.
Hi there. My name is Makima.
You see the gnome look up with a little
Hey,
sparkle in his eye before you notice a malice grin appear and just as quickly disappear. Hi.
Ugh.
you needing a friend or ally in these horrible times?
You see him close his eyes and smile at you and says, Why would I need why would I need a maggot as a friend? All they do is crawl around and eat your food.
See, Scale, this is what we call a douchebag. Sadly, all gnomes are like this to all kobolds, and all kobolds get their revenge.
If only Cicada had better passive perception, he'd probably join Maki Maki right now.
Yeah,
Say,
Ruby's like fighting the urge to just swoop in and punch him.
and actually Scale is trying to is although very difficulty trying to speak and trying to calm Maki Maki down since he's a lizard folkman, so he doesn't know much other than what he's taught, and he's not a big fan of reading. Not only that, he has no clue about
yeah,
the feud between kobolds and gnomes. He then
I think I make this sound like I'm gonna make this sound like it's a good thing, but it's in Dragonborn. I'm just gonna insult the fuck out of this kobold.
Ah,
Just
yes. Speak in a nice, sweet tone, but insult them.
It's intriconic.
it's like I really love your hat today, but it's more like, wow, I can smell you from a mile away, and it does not smell good.
I'm going to turn your skin into a pouch.
I'm gonna
while
make you into a fucking ghost.
while you're saying this all in Draconic, he's the gnome says, "So what? So what? You're too stupid. So all you know is a few words of English. All you know is a few words of common, and just like that, you revert back to that old, primal, stupid, idiotic language."
Just right back in common. I was trying to be nice to you, and most of the kind words I know are draconic. However, if you want me to insult you 10 feet under, I can do that. However, your face does that for you. I feel sorry for your moment.
He
Bird!
the gnome
How
the gnome
how
puts
large?
on a fake smile
That is a good question. How loud
and
is he being?
stands up with both hands behind his back as he pulls out one of his hands and beckons you to come over.
Maki Maki,
I
how loud are you
just,
being?
oh, at
Are you
this
being
point,
loud
it's,
enough for his 13 passive perception to hear you?
I mean, that's probably good enough, unless you're like over 70 feet away.
Um,
Maki Maki's not
also,
holding back his voice, but he's not yelling.
with passive perception of 14, also here.
We're on
Probably.
almost the complete other side. Probably, I don't know how far away the wait area is to where the
Yeah,
gnome is.
how far away are me and Cicada and possibly Ruby far from this conversation?
The entire the entirety of the area is around, let's say, 65 feet or so, and I would say I have to say at least like 65 or so, since y'all are at different corners.
Cicada, would you say we'd be able to hear that? All of this.
Yeah. Would we? Okay, I ask a question. Would
I'll
we
leave
be
that
able
up to the
hear their
DM.
conversation?
Ah.
Uh,
Hold on. I'm gonna have to.
Dargax.
I'm gonna have to mute myself for a second.
Okay.
By the way, if you guys don't come in within, I'd say, 6 seconds or 1 round's worth, something bad is gonna happen to that damn gnome.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to introduce myself to you guys.
Hey.
Cicada
Also,
isn't even paying attention to like the prisoners around him, by the way, so he doesn't even know that your character's there.
Oh, I assume my character, I just keep saying that he's like paying attention to you guys specifically. So he's aware. When, I don't know if hear you.
It doesn't help that with the perception roll that he rolled, he wouldn't even notice that Ruby was there.
I'm very perceptive.
Yes, your character is. Meanwhile, Cicada is just over here, probably blankly looking up at the clouds. He's like, that one looks like a
I
baby.
can teach you how to read them if you want.
Excuse me,
If he wants to, probably. He probably will. He'll probably like you. He doesn't commonly like adults, despite being a very old adult.
It's strange. It's a strange character.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna.
The previous fight got broken up so quickly.
I agree.
I know, I might have had a hand in that, but you might not.
I
Probably.
was.
Okay, I'm back.
Stepping in. But,
Bonjour, we were just talking about the fight between the Dragonborn and the Kobolds. By the way, the only reason why that fight ended so abruptly is because Maki Maki, in the past, kind of started warning the other guards.
So I have an in with the guard so they can trust me. I warned them about that particular fight, but I have plans. I have plans
So
coming up. I'm not gonna tell them every fight.
This wasn't a spontaneous thing. This was like.
This was pre-planned.
Calculated. Calculated
And I had,
siege.
All right. By the way,
and
Bale, before any of y'all could do anything, you actually see a very, 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 very large golem step out, look to the right, and actually before any of them could do anything they would regret, put his hand between them, looks at Maki Maki and shakes his head.
Don't you think about it.
Hi there, Cloud.
He points his finger upward to like a little observation area just above an area that sort of connects to the sort of like office of the warden. Do you look at it?
I do look up.
You do, and when you do, you see the warden looking down with a smile, saying, "Please do," with a look of blood, with a slight look of a bloodlust in his eyes.
Basically, it's a give me a reason.
The warden's a vampire, by the way, and he got his ass beat by Cicada.
Then,
I
the warden,
or was that one of the high guards?
That was a high guard.
Oh, that was a high guard? Sorry, there's still a demon.
More specifically, he's an Oni.
Oh, a Japanese demon.
There's Onis in this?
He takes from everything and then some.
I mean, it
You
sounds
might see Onis, you might see paralysis demons, you might see yokai, you might see moving mountains. We'll never know.
You might see a giant bear.
way. So basically, the Warren's looking down, giving Maki this glare of like, give me a reason.
Well, not exactly. It's more like a. It's hard to describe. Like a maliceful, manipulative, puppeteering, falling into my trap sort of look.
Ah, a manipulator.
Okay,
Got it. And just kind of like look at the gnome. God
basically, he's throwing
fucking
my head
damn
away.
it. You know what? Another time. Short stack.
But as you're walking away, the gnome says, "Ah, yes, short stack. Tell me, how short was that little king kobold when we trapped him in that maze, huh? And how short was his lifespan?"
I am me. Fucking
Oh no!
Oh no.
And
Um,
that's his advantage because Slit is here.
Actually,
Okay, that's 9 and oh shit.
you
That's a
actually
natural 20.
Oh!
so wait, what just happened? I so
The
They
so
gnome
just
so
touched
walked
a
around his roundhouse.
very
Let's just say that.
they just touched a very sore spot that they caused.
so basically now Maki's tagging the gnome.
Yeah.
Yep, and he is not letting up as he does something that he was saving for later,
Like
but he ain't
he's like
very
biting
happy
his
that
throat
he's.
out.
before
Oh no!
before you get a chance to do that, you feel your arms fling to your side as you feel Scale actually hugging you, trying to stop you.
Um, would it
Okay, that's yelling. Cicada's gonna immediately look over, hearing the obvious yelling.
right?
The golem the
So
golem is actually trying to
so
very carefully like put his hands around both Scale and Maki Maki, trying to like herd them away from the gnome, who through the
um
entire thing has a wicked smile of enjoyment on his face.
Which
um
Uh,
Cicada, upon obviously.
Gergu will
Ooh, come
upon
on.
hearing all the screeching and seeing this go down, he will immediately get up and like head towards the
I
pair.
definitely broke the fucker's nose at least, because I got a natural 20, so that's 6 damage.
I will
Yes,
tell you now.
yes,
Cicada's not going a leisurely walk with going over there. No, he's freaking bolting it. He's
Like
going 60
when I
feet.
say head over there, I mean like he's like running.
Ah, and I will say
Yeah,
now, when he saw the gnome there, his pupils turned to slits, and
Yeah,
he
I assume.
he was like, "You son of a bitch!"
I'm basically foaming at the mouth, and there was something sprung on the floor that's slowly fizzling. I didn't get to finish it before I started punching.
right, and right once both of y'all, actually all three of y'all get a, get like 30 feet away, the golem or golem move his hands, and but the lizard folk still's holding on, asking in a rough voice, "You okay now?"
Is the gnome still there? Like
God.
the when the golem moved his hand?
Yes, the gnome is still there, still in the same spot, still
Okay.
smiling.
Oh, exactly.
I swear to God, I'll fucking burn that damn gnome at the stake!
Cicada then proceeds, once there, uses Shield of Faith upon Maki Maki.
Wow.
I swear, I'll use his diamonds as data points!
And then once next to the gnome, he basically uses his tail as a form of a bludgeoning weapon.
Roll to hit.
Unarmed strike. 16.
Hits.
He was basically using the momentum of him running to add to the bludgeoning, even though it's going to be just 6 bludgeoning damage. But regardless, he's aiming to make that gnome go flying a good few feet.
And you do.
The wall, at least.
Hitting that gnome as hard as you can. Can please roll me damage as well?
Again, it's just a solid 6. It's an unarmed strike.
Yes. Yes, you do actually send him a couple of feet before plopping on the ground, looking at you with a smile of finally picking himself up, dusting himself off, smiling, then walking
That's big.
away.
I was expecting to be like polymorph into like a giant or something.
Tell me why the dog's water bowl is empty.
Water balls.
Hey, what's his goddamn name? I want to use his name as a final chance before I take off his head.
Cicada then suddenly snaps his head to Maki Maki, and can you
Oh.
have him roll a wisdom saving throw?
Crap. Hold on.
That's a...
Yes, but I need to step away for just 1 second again. I am so sorry again.
Not the gnome. Not the gnome. Maki Maki. You don't play Maki Maki. Maki Maki, please.
I got an 18.
He was trying to use command Maki Maki to chill out.
Would it be okay if Gergu comes up and like kind of picks him up with one hand because he's so small?
Yeah, I
As like a
do
better way to
only-
hold him back.
Cicada's not going to
I
be happy
do.
with you, but he's probably not going to attack you. That blow kind of took a lot out of him for the solid second that he did it.
What, Cicada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cicada doesn't
Okay.
like people picking up his friends.
And if he tries
That-
to bite me, it probably won't work because I have very thick skin.
Yeah.
I think he... Alright, I just wanna
Also-
ask for anything.
If you can carry about 80 pounds, you can carry Maki Maki. 90 if he had all the stuff on him.
I don't know how much you can carry. All it says is that. Like
I can tell by his strength.
What's your
He
strength?
can.
Like strength 15.
He can.
I am very wise.
He very
very
much.
strong.
He very
He
much.
very much can. You can
Very
carry
much.
200. You can carry like 240 pounds
I
without
also
being.
have something.
Without being.
Also something that's called muscle bound. Is that considered a large feature when determining carrying capacity in the weight?
Never mind. You would be up to 360. And considering I'm so
360,
small, the thing is, I know this because I play a Goliath. Played a Goliath.
Okay.
We need to find a campaign where we can play those characters again.
I know that is such a good one.
I is very strong man.
Strong man. Cicada don't like you though. He see man taller than him. First time in a while, but still. Threat.
What the fuck are you? Why are you picking me up? I'll bite you.
I'm back.
You can fly.
Bonjour. I'm gonna get food. I need to.
Okay, where are we again?
They tried to look. They tried to land on me. It failed. This guy grabbed me, which he can because I only weigh 80 pounds and he can carry 360 easily. And so, yeah, I'm being carried by a new guy now.
And Kid is not happy. He's basically growling at this man, baring his frickin' teeth. And a little bit of lightning, because that's his element that he can spew.
Oh, hey, I just found a butcher knife.
No!
Yes.
Yes, I will not hurt the little and scaly one. The stars in the sky have told me what I'm seeking.
Philly Draco. King.
What do you say? Catch that.
Sorry, I was talking to myself about my fish named
Oh.
Draco.
Maki.
Oh, Maki?
Maki's just like, as long as you're not gonna try to convert me to some dumb cult that isn't dragons,
That's not my
and
intent.
you're not trying to kill me, I'm fine.
I don't believe. I feel like you pulled. Let's like the one down. I don't know.
Where's that damn gnome? I got a word to pick from.
He is gone, Maki.
You let him go without killing him?
I gave him a good slap across the face with my tail. Be happy I at least helped you.
His goddamn kind locked up the first ever kobold into an infinite mine. He insulted me. He insulted my kin. I want to get more than just a broken nose across his damn face.
And what would you do if the warden come down? Eh?
He would understand.
He is an Oni.
You actually hear a voice behind you? Actually, I do understand. I do research on all of my captors and their species and rivalries, including the kobolds and gnomes.
I will tell you
Wait.
now. Once the warden
Wait.
spoke, he freaking freaked out.
Wait, we hear something behind us?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so the warden is behind us.
Yep.
Okay. While still holding on to Maki, Grogu turns back and glances over at the warden.
Oh, no
What do
need.
you want?
Well, I heard my name being mentioned, so I came to see what's happening. So,
Nothing is wrong.
so
There's
what
nothing
happened?
to
And go back.
concern you.
What happened with the gnome?
I was trying to befriend him. He decided to be an asshole and insulted my whole entire race and brought the one thing that no gnome should ever bring up in front of the other kobolds. The fact that they locked away our kobold king, the first ever kobold, into an infinite mine. No, not infinite mine. That would be heaven. They locked him into an infinite labyrinth, a prison, basically, with no end and no beginning.
Mine is heaven.
He is. Yes, he is quite the problem. He is been a. He's very easy with pushing buttons, and will often start fights, with him losing only for him to get guards involved and proceeds to send that person to solitary confinement. That or the
Well, if he
mines.
sent both of us, if he sent both of us to the same solitary confinement, and I just managed to accidentally take off his collar, I could speak some words into him. I don't know if he'll survive the words, but he'll definitely get the message.
Why, yes, that would be good. There is a separate reason why I'm here.
And what would that be?
Remember what we agreed on the first day you came here?
Yes,
Why don't you
I do.
remind me?
Well, then, it's just about time for your end of the bargain to be fulfilled. And since you've made so many friends, as he looks around to everyone, including the golem and scales, he says, "As they say, more hands the better. What did you say, little cobalt?"
3 days time. One of the more important people that knows how to mine with me is sick. So unless you want an accidental fuck up because they're dreary and nauseous, and for all of us to die and the ore to be broken and unusable, I suggest giving us a little bit of time for him to recover.
I'll give you 24 hours and all the medical supplies you would need, and more than a few potions. A solid 24 hours of nothing but rest should be more than sufficient. Wouldn't you say?
Got it.
As they're
Sir.
talking, I put Maki Maki down.
And you, he holds his arms out for a hug. I did not think you would get to. I didn't think you would be friends with my new partner here. Well, sort of.
Wait, who are you talking to?
You.
Me? Okay.
I was honestly not
He kind of
expecting.
kind of gives like a very suspicious glare at the Lord.
Oh, come now. Remember that special treatment I gave you when you came in here?
I did not ask for such things.
You're lucky I did. Otherwise, you would have guards right in your butt 24/7 thanks to that natural weapon you have.
I would like to see them try to stop me. And he kind of like hits his tail on the ground like a little bit.
Oh, so cute. Like a child throwing a little temper tantrum. 24 hours.
He kind of
He looks at he looks at Maki Maki. He pulls out a stopwatch and clicks it. More specifically, 23 hours and 59 minutes.
Well then, sir, I'm gonna need about 12 steel pickaxes. Is I'm gonna need 2 sticks of dynamite to blow up the area around it. I'm gonna need a match to light it, or a flint and steel, and I'm gonna need some chemicals.
All of which can be found in
I
the
don't know what you
mine.
have in stock.
All of which can be
Okay,
found in the mine, along with a couple more sticks of dynamite in case you run into anything else.
so these mines are also inhabited by monsters.
Oh no, this mine has been used for years, but but thanks to you, I was finally able to identify that little ore. And since it's so since it's so difficult to extract, the best choice is to get something good at mining. Most dwarves here won't even look at me, but a little deal with a kobold is just right.
Sure, but you better hold up to your end of the bargain. Otherwise, I'll break it from the swing.
Ah, yes, yes, and remind me, what was that? What was that? What was that again? As he holds up his ear.
Me and my friends get to go.
Ah, yes, yes, freedom. Yes, I will provide that in spades. Now then, you better head back to your cell. Your friends here need a whole lot of rest. Oh, as for you two, he looks at
Uh,
this. He looks at the lizard and the golem. I'll make 2 custom pickaxes for both of y'all. After
well,
all,
those two custom pickaxes aren't fully made. They might not be able to work as well as you want.
oh, don't worry. I'll make sure I'll get more than a couple people here to help with that. I have plenty of metal. I have plenty of wood. I have plenty of materials.
Good. Now, I hope you have a good rest of your day, sir.
Kid is
You,
holding his tongue right now, but it's very clear that he did not know whatever the hell Maki Maki's deal was.
you too, as he holds out his hand.
I shake it a bit.
You know,
You can see the smile
sorry,
come
I'm
across
trying to
his
follow.
face.
Who's talking to you?
Uh, well, the warden is currently talking to Maki Maki.
Oh, okay.
Ah, plantain chips. Better
I,
chips
I
than
just
chips.
I after he starts heading away, I just kind of pull Cicada to the side and just like, Cicada,
What now?
Cicada, I need to tell you something. I should have told everyone. Me and the little missus already know what the plan is.
She,
However,
she nods her head.
You do have
however,
experience. You do.
a lot, but I just kind of do the motion to bend the fuck down.
No, no, we are not doing it here with. And he looks over to um
Everyone,
Guru.
everyone else.
He looks
Um,
over to Guru and just continues the sentence. Strangers. We are going somewhere else. He says he grabs
wait,
Maki Maki by the
no,
tail and drags him.
I'm a little
Both,
confused what's going on here.
both the golem and the lizard man, including the
Hold
little
on, hold
girl and
on,
the
hold on,
bartender,
hold on. Let
follow
me
y'all.
DM! Give me a second! I need to explain something!
Sorry, go ahead.
Basically, Maki Maki was telling Cicada how he made a deal that he didn't tell anyone about and tried to get Cicada to bend down so that he could tell them the deal. But Cicada has very little trust in the fact that a giant ass dinosaur is right here, and he has very little trust of that dinosaur, so he looked over at the dinosaur, called him a stranger, grabbed Maki Maki, and started dragging him.
Right. Okay.
Was that slow
Um,
enough for you to understand? I'm sorry, I'm talking fast.
that was fine. I also want to know the deal.
Just
Um,
like,
as as the pair, as all people walking away, Gergu follows behind.
All right then. So,
okay,
Cicada, where do you go?
Oh, my knee!
I
Ah,
assume just like anywhere
we're
that
going to
like,
your knee. I see.
my
They have no problem.
leg!
Gergu, not Gergu, Cicada just falls down.
Cicada,
What now?
Okay.
I got
Nothing.
distracted by getting milk.
Um,
Cicada,
DM
where do
asked me
you
where you're
drag
going.
me?
Cicada was dragging him to like the back area of the of the woodworking place.
The craft shop. All
It's
right.
like, okay, we good? We safe?
Gertrude is also there.
When he looked behind him and saw Gertrude, you know that little anime annoyed kind of eye twitch?
I like the vein thing.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And he just crosses his arms and just like, as I said, you are the ones the stars have told me that I must join.
I'll
That you
tell
are
you
the ones
about
I
it
am looking
later.
for.
I'll tell you about it later, Mister Older Lizard Man. Now, how about you go craft yourself something for later use? I mean, there's a lot of wood here. If you're lucky, they'll let you will keep a club if you hide it
Part
well
of
enough.
the part of me. I can't really take it on and off. Much like you and your friends
Okay,
fail. Part of
okay, yes, but what I'm trying to say is, can you please go to at least the other end of the room?
Gergu just like, is there anything to sit on? Or
Yes, there are a couple chairs that people sit on, so their legs doesn't give out while they're woodworking or knitting or doing any of the activities in here.
I'm assuming he's just a big dude, so I'm assuming. Um, he just sits on the floor with his legs crossed and his arms crossed.
The golem is sitting outside of the craft center, peeking in through one of the windows, and well, everyone else is inside.
Basically, Cicada sees everyone that Maki has befriended as strangers, so he doesn't trust any of
Cicada,
Um,
they're gonna help us with the plan.
what plan.
That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Then speak it.
Well, if I say it out loud with everyone else, fine, fine. Basically, the plan is we go into the mines. Since he's letting us take dynamite, we're gonna use that against the fucker as a blinding smoke screen, if not actually killing him. Mm, you have this collar on me basically null and void because it's trying to suck in a whole keeping lot of power from a room that is literally the meaning of power. So it's kind of nullifying itself. So my power can go through. I'm gonna make something within 24 hours. There isn't a good enough steel mill, so I'm also gonna have to make it out of wood to help out Boots with defending ourselves. But basically, I promised the guy a metal that does not exist, and that only kobolds know how to fully make it and make use of it. And if it shatters and breaks the wrong way, it's useless because the innate power inside of it is what makes it to be so valuable. But really, we're just gonna blow our way. And everyone that has a magic collar on them, me and Slick know how to basically break the collar.
so you lied and now you're willing to use dynamite to escape.
Dynamite, pickaxes, weapons, dogs. They are very easily won over. But it's the desert that we should be very more careful of.
I'm gonna
The
tell you
area
right now.
around here stinks a bit rough.
This is the look that Cicada is giving. It's in memes.
Oh, lovely.
He's not pleased.
Hey, it's the best thing I got here. I was trying to use this guy's pride and greed over himself, considering that this is a super rare thing that only kobolds know how to mine. And considering that dwarves are not the easiest to work with, but kobolds are, since we are actually willing to work with humans without trying to price gouge the fuckers. Well, it's basically trade, but I'm withholding my part of the deal. Now, are you gonna work with me, or are you just gonna keep staring at me like a dumb? The more people we have, the better, because then we can swarm and take out people. Even if they have metal armor, you know what I can do with my spells.
He just continues
If,
looking at
if
the trader like this for a good minute.
got any questions?
Why are you a dumbass?
I'm not a dumbass. Okay? I have a
Are you asking?
strategic plan. I told you the bare bones of it.
And it
I see
sounds like
no
a death.
problem with this plan.
You not see issue?
I told you to stand over to the other side. Fuck.
No.
It
Skill.
is
Like
death
I said,
trap.
he's basically just sitting on the floor, cross-legged, listening to me.
It is death trap. And also, why the fuck are you still here?
As I said,
And
for the ones that the stars
We
told me
are
to
the
find.
ones that the stars told you about. Yes, yes. Now, what the fuck does that mean?
Means that I received a vision from the heavens long ago that sent me on a journey to find mighty warriors that shall take part in some sort of battle or some sort of uh, trials that will inevitably endanger nature in the world. And I must help them to stop this calamity.
basically godly bullshit. God.
God,
Cicadas look only gets more. How do I say this? Done.
Said Coda, we need more bodies, more people. Well, the more people we have, the better chance we can get out of here. Got it?
Sometimes I wonder if you still are a child.
I am a kobold!
You act like a child!
I am
Before
a
doesn't
full
mean
grown
he is a
man!
child.
before
I've
y'all
seen
could
many
finish
men
your
act like
squabbles, you then hear the horn that signals lunch, as all the prisoners stop what they're doing and and head to the lunchroom. Do y'all?
Uh, well, there goes recruiting stage. Well, I could recruit with other things. Well, time to go to luncheon.
You concern me. And you, he says, he turns around and looks at Gurga. Gurgate. I don't know how to say it. I'm
right
sorry.
there.
I
It's right in
can't
my
read!
name.
I can't read! I'm dyslexic!
Google.
Gurgu?
Google and clear through.
Google?
Your ankle breaker.
Gurgu. Okay, Gurgu. He looks at Gurgu. And you are too strange to talk to. And he turns around and leaves.
He
I
looks
am
over to
so sorry
Maki.
about my.
Your friend
I
is
am so
very
sorry about
stupid.
my friend. Uh, he grew up in a different part of the world. You also grew up in a different part of the world. We all grew up in different places. We're just here under circumstance, really.
Yes, but it is nature and fate that has now brought us together.
And the fact that I am trying to find my family that got stolen by a rich dude planning on a quest, and some fucking adventurer is just money hungry. My family's a whole tribe of kobolds that were put into slavery. So yeah,
My kind
if
live
you
in cities, work in metal, and orgies. But such things are not.
So, do y'all head to lunch? Yay or nay?
Uh,
yay,
yes.
Cicada's heading to lunch.
All right. All right. So is everyone else. As y'all head to the canteen, fed the normal slop. The lizard man seems very very convinced not to lead Maki Maki's side. The the golem
Milwaukee vacuum. Milwaukee vacuum.
Walk.
the golem is very the golem is in eyesight and constantly looking around to make sure everything's okay. The little girl is still sitting by Maki Maki, and the bartender, she is still trying to be quiet and lie low.
I wonder how many people in the carpenting room actually heard that, and if they're gonna tell on me or if they're gonna try to join.
Actually, there was only
I
like
mean, with the reputation that Cicada and Maki Maki had gained, it would be really against their own best interests to tell.
uh, actually you're in luck. Actually, y'all were in luck, and only one person was in there, and that would be the leader of the yarn gang. Remember the guy you scared so much he hid in like a vase filled with yarn.
Oh,
All I did was spark some electricity out of my mouth.
He's like a
you know
cat,
what?
very frightenable.
There's a good 50. There's a good 50-50 chance that they're either gonna try to weekly join us or try to tell on us, so we're gonna get killed, so he doesn't have to worry about us anymore.
It would be against his best interests. I don't think that he can outrun a dragonborn.
Yeah, but if we get captured first, that's a problem.
True. But then again, he's scared shitless of the dragonborns.
True.
Basically, you have a paladin that, despite trying not to show any emotions, it ends up slipping through sometimes. He's had a hard time this entire campaign. He's kind of been broke. Anyway.
If he's just a stone faced badass, you don't care.
Stone-faced badass for the
If
first two
nature is involved, then
sessions.
he cares.
Stone-faced badass for 2 sessions of the campaign, and then the session before getting into prison, he's fucking snapped.
Yeah.
I was fully
Hey,
expecting
what's
his
going
snap
on?
to
We're
be.
all sitting for food. What's happening now?
Yeah, I'm just eyeing other people who'll see what they got for food. If I could give them some of my food as a little bit of a good thing. I also need some food
Cicada is
because
keeping
they barely do
nearby.
any dinner.
Cicada's keeping nearby that guy that was in there.
The guy actually walked in there in is still in the yarn urn. I'm calling it. It's a yarn urn. He's still in it as he's sitting at the table, putting food on the fork, then putting the fork in the urn, then eating and just repeating.
He's just keeping nearby this guy because he knows if he stays near and gives this guy enough of a scare, he's either gonna die from shock or keep his mouth shut.
Wait, there's a guy in a vase.
There's a guy
Yeah,
that Cicada's scared into getting stuck in a yarn vase
Oh,
just by
yeah.
sparking electricity out of his mouth while standing behind one of the most feared children of this prison.
Like a mini mafia.
um, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that we're all like sitting at a table. Yes.
See, and just like
Cicada's
if,
to a different table.
Um, he wants to earlier, but exactly put you here. He asked Mom.
You are a attention whore. You are such a beggar for attention. It is an eyesore. Oh my goodness. You are shoving your nose into my hand. Why?
All
Because
right,
your
the
brother's
food.
getting belly pat.
All right, everyone receives their food, and it's about the same slop you'll have in the morning, served with possibly moldy bread, and you pretty sure it was once a potato.
I'm a
Um,
potato.
yeah,
Grogu will
yeah.
eat potato.
Oi, don't start.
During lunch, I am gonna try to find three other kobolds.
As in the three
Were those were
kobolds,
they
or three other kobolds.
Just three kobolds in general. If I find those three,
The
it's
three
gonna
in the
be
coat.
fun. Yeah, either the three in the coat or just three other kobolds, like any of them.
Well,
my dogs are burnt out of
you're in luck because as you think this, you actually see three. You actually see the dragonborn, as in big air quotes, in the prison prison jumpsuit, stumble in after being pushed in by a guard as he just walks toward the as he walks toward and grabs the thing of food, eats it, then unbuttons his shirt, puts a bit in it, and then unbuttons his pants and put a little in it, and proceeds to repeat this until it's empty.
Wait, what? Wait,
I just,
wait.
I just go over.
He take. Wait. He takes the food and he puts in his shirt and his pants. Oh wait, the
Yeah,
Dragon Ball. Oh,
for the other kobolds.
I'm
quote
not
Just
unquote
like,
gonna.
dragonborn. The dragonborn that you now know is actually three kobolds in a trench coat.
yeah, I'm just gonna.
I don't want to play right now. Can you not have the squeaky toy at my phone?
Okay, just like goes over to the trench coat dragonborn, just like, hello, good sir.
What did I just say?
The dragonborn ish immediately panics, closing, pushing the two edges of his coat together. Like, hello, young kobold. What would a kobold be talking to a dragonborn for?
Same reason any other prisoner talks to another prisoner. Either we have something in common, or one of us wants something. And I want an ally. Or a friend, if you're looking up for that.
You hear a voice from the suit. I'm not a friend. Before you quickly hear an ouch.
Don't worry, I know about it. It's a little hard to work coordinated as that. After all, maybe I should have done that with my friends when trying to work with the humans myself. But how about this? If you was who want to join me in a little favor, I got a little thing to spice it up. After all, we know how boring the scroll is, right?
You see a head pipe up from the middle of the coat. I'm listening. Before the top head proceeds to knock him over the head and says, "Listen, I'm the one that does the talking. You're the one that does the punching." And he's the one who walks and makes jokes. You know how it is. So get back in line. He just grumbles and goes back into the coat.
I got two beautifully big sapphires right here. And just kind of takes out the two sapphires that I snatched earlier in the week. And just like,
You hear
now
about
I'm willing
three.
to give.
You hear two ahs as a pair of eyes poke out from the coat, along with a wait sapphires. Where? Let me see. From the rear end of the coat.
And just like, "Mm, I'll give you one for luncheon. Let you mull it over till dinner. And when is hit dinner, if you accept, I'll give you the other one. But you're gonna have to come with me tomorrow with my. After all, the more people, the
Ignore the gremlin.
You hear you actually
For
see
throwing
the
my
head
pocket.
pop into the coat, sort of like someone would pull their head in like a turtle to stay warm, and you hear a whole lot of murmuring before he pops his head back out and sort of clumsily reaches a hand toward over you and says, "It's a deal."
I shake his hand and place the sapphire in it.
Sapphire immediately pulls itself in along the arms, along with the top part, saying, "Oh no, you don't." As he goes inside the fight the other kobold, and it proceeds to hear a small commotion going on in there. Before you hear three cracks, along with the three crunches of a sapphire.
Let's just sing this. Target achieved. And go back. Oh, I'll be over at the third table to the right. If you plan on if you plan on talking to me, that's where I usually
You see him smile and simply say, "Sounds good."
Also, I forgot to ask this at the beginning, but do we have all of our equipment, or is it like taken away towards
It
us?
was taken away.
Ah,
Also,
taken
please ignore
away
the gremlin that is currently being a gremlin on the gremlin.
sure.
because Gremlin.
I
Okay.
have a gremlin.
So you guys were going to escape and not get your stuff back?
Oh no, they plan to get their stuff back.
We
Okay.
plan to get our stuff back. I mean, if we
Okay.
do manage to kill the warden with the dynamite blast, that's gonna be good enough. If to cause an upheaval and up riot, it's of many a person to hear the warden's dead, and then there's gonna be just absolute chaos between guards and prisoners.
Even if the warden gets badly injured, that'll be a win.
And I have a plan.
Regardless, he's gonna be rendered deaf for a good solid hour after that dynamite blast.
Mm,
Because that's what
Kirby is
dynamite
just
does to you.
hanging
It's
out,
loud.
eating potato, or it is maybe potatoes.
I have a potato.
It's not potato. That's a
It's a potato. This is also a
carrot.
potato. Hello, potato. It's a potato.
that's a Mexican potato. That's
This a
also a
Mex-
Mexican.
this is a Mexican potato, and this is a more Mexican potato. This one's just seasoned with salt. Hello. We're very
Okay.
close.
Okay, as lunch finishes up, everyone goes back to their cells, and time merely passes as a crawl.
I'm starting to just kind of scroll a whole bunch.
Your
I'm
skull.
I'm speaking in undercommon, so people that do understand undercommon. It's like a secondary common for anybody that's usually not out of the dirt. Just kind of like, okay, so if we do this, I can
So, um,
make it turn this way. It'll be under enough where some magic sensors will not hit us, even though some might. It will not be strong enough to do a full sensory of us. Hmm.
so we're all back in our cells, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Um, what can I see? Can I see any of the guards? Or
Yes, you do see one guard going back and forth every, I'm gonna say, 25 cells.
Give me your head.
are we? Are me and Ruby like across the way from these two guys?
Y'all are close, more specifically 5 cells down on the left.
Um, I okay. Would the guard be seeing me at the moment? Like would he be able to
No,
see me?
he would have passed you and going to the other end.
Uh,
I seduced the nearest guard.
Oh shit! Don't.
Satyrs are
What?
actually
Wait,
known
huh?
to be the horse of D&D and mythology, so
oh boy.
I thought that was tieflings.
no, it's all
Listen,
satyrs.
everyone can be
Satyrs
sexy.
are supposed to be like in like most Greek mythology, horse.
Yep.
Damn, I should be playing a satyr.
Satyrs rule.
So so you said you wanted to seduce one of the guards?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Are you okay?
Quiet.
All right.
Okay. So. So that's
I'm
a
just
performance
bringing
check.
out a bard at this point.
You actually see a guard pass by your cell when you see this thought. So now's your chance.
What does the guard look like?
Well, you can definitely tell it's female, but you can't really see its you can't really see its face due to the helmet.
Okay. Can I like whistle over there? Can I like lure her over? Yeah.
The guard walks over,
Proceeds
looks
to
at
get
you,
punched.
although with a spell that changes its voice, what?
Thaumaturgy.
Oh, your
All right. Let me
skull.
look up some pickup lines here. I
Your
guess.
skull is mine. Give me your skull. Sir, I would like to mess with your skull. No, stop fighting it. Give me your skull. No, sir. Sir.
Oh, that was a voice crack.
There's some stuff going on over there.
I tend to mess with my dogs by trying to reach for their heads.
Okay,
Give me your skull.
so
Can I just like roll for it?
sure, but you will actually have to
Like,
use a
well,
pickup line as well. Just search up any pickup line, literally Google it, say
Hi,
it,
one.
and see how it
Hi,
goes.
Bubba's. Please don't lick me. You're.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a nat 20.
You see her. You actually see a little blush coming from under the helmet. She lifts it up. Bolly, can you please make me a combination of an intelligence check and a wisdom check?
So flirtation should be performance.
No. I need you to make me an intelligence check and a wisdom check. Saving throw. Both saving throws, not checks.
um, as I'm assuming our cells are next to each other. So Kurt can just like face palms or here's that line.
Right. Again. Okay, so what exactly would be those rolls?
Who's doing a saving roll?
Ruby.
Yeah.
How is that related in any way to what we're doing?
Well, you
It might be a race that requires you to save against intelligence and
Oh.
wisdom, as there are some races that require that
so then, would
upon
you?
seeing their face.
So question: will you be doing those rolls?
I'm a potato.
The intelligence is a 3,
Oh no.
and the wisdom is a 12.
I see. Then you see, you see the helmet being pulled up, only to see eldritch horror lies beneath, a face so horrid and terrifying it drives you mad for a second before fainting, and just before you lose consciousness, you hear, "Uh, I guess some men just can't handle beauty," and along with clanking of the boots walking off.
I guess I'm unconscious
Um,
now.
So
Yes.
No,
wait,
I
I
don't.
so as all of this is going on, I will use my wild shape and
You have a
turn
wild
into
shape?
like a.
Oh, wait, hold on. Question.
Is that not a druid thing to do? Hold on.
No. Well, there is a. I do have a question though. Would it be
Oh, you're a druid.
obvious
I
that
forgot.
you can use magic? Like, if somebody looking at you, can you tell that they can use magic? You can.
I I don't know.
Druids
I
would
guess
probably just
maybe
look like normal average day farmers, since as they commonly dress, they
like I
commonly dress
like
in like
I guess I
leathers
guess
and cloths.
I guess not, since he doesn't typically like he'll step into things, but he doesn't like to draw attention to himself. So I'm assuming is that he's not gonna like wear things that will indicate I am a spellcaster or I.
Druids aren't like paladins, where they tend to wear stuff that is mainly seen to be religious.
Right.
All right then.
They more dress in common clothes, like common
Um,
pants and simple garbs. As
I
usually when they use a wild shape, those garbs either fall off or get ripped apart.
Look. Well, it looks like those plain clothes of yours saved you. Go ahead.
okay. So
Tiny,
I use
stop
my wild
trying to
shape
use your toy!
and and um I turn into like a little pterosaur, fly out of my fly out myself.
All right then. Then what?
Then I'm gonna or like um
I will bite your
then
ear.
I am going to I'm going to look. I'm gonna look for the warden.
Some kind of
The
animal
As
warden.
I'm like
chemical.
flying around. The warden.
Okay, you do see the warden making patrols. Yes.
Uh,
You see him simply
um,
walking around.
Animal
like,
cannibal.
is he doing anything in particular, or is he just like on the trip?
He's just on patrol.
He's not sure.
I am on patrol!
And I like try to find his room, or his quarters.
Sure, try to.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes, if you can roll me a perception or investigation.
Uh, or
Hello.
let's make it perception to see if like they can like tell. In perception.
A what in perception?
17. No. Hold on. Make the roll of perception. I guess. Sit over. 7. That's a 21.
21. All right, then you do actually perceive the warden's cell. It's actually fairly close, around I'm gonna say 40 feet. His quarters are right in the middle of the cell, like in the entirety of the prison.
So he's basically got like a prisoner on each side of him.
Well, no, it's sort of like imagine a box with a bridge connecting the two longer sides.
Oh, okay, I see. All right. Is, are there like is it like a just a solid box with a door, or are there like any windows?
There are some windows around it. Yes.
Are they open?
Bless you.
Who keeps talking about me?
Are they open?
All of them. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, no, other way around. All are closed but one.
All are closed but one. I'm going to then fly into the open window and enter the open window.
Okay, quick question. Do you land just below the window, perhaps?
I guess I guess I'll like land on like the window sill.
All right, then you land on the windowsill.
Also, I ask, is this like a high up window or is this like a low? Like like you have to actively like look up to see things.
No, it's about a. To him, it would be around a stomach. Like for his size, the warden's size, it would be around his stomach area. And for most
Okay.
people, it would be sort
So
of like a slightly lower window.
so yes, I still land on the windowsill and I just kind of like look around when I glance on.
All right, so okay, then do you hop down to the
Like,
ground or do you fly?
uh, can I take like a cursory glide around the room and then land?
Sure. And that actually saved you because
Okay.
right below that open windowsill, which you can
Uh
see,
huh.
is a very well
Yeah.
hidden bear trap.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Good, I made that decision.
Right, right. You're flying around the
Um,
room. One flyby, everything looks
like what
normal
is
besides that one trap.
like what does the room look
The room is like an office, almost exactly like an office. There's a
so like
desk. There's a desk near the window that you open by, right near the middle of the room. On it is a chair, some papers, a quill, stuff like that. And if you didn't know any better, you would say that this would be a normal office for, like, say, a general.
uh, can I land on the desk and look at the papers?
It's the construction of two larger two pickaxes. One extremely large, roughly, I would say a story tall pickaxe, while the
Wow, it's called pickaxe.
while the other is a slightly
Pretty cool.
larger pickaxe. There there were confirmed there are confirmation papers saying they have been crafted.
Wait, so wait, earlier they were talking about their deal, and he said that he'll follow the stuff he needs. Like, okay, have fun. Um,
Oi!
can uh, how big is this room?
How big is the what?
big is the room?
The room, I would say that's a solid
Yeah.
15 by 25, like a rectangular room.
Okay. Is there okay? Other than the bear trap, is there anyone like in the room?
No, the room is completely empty.
I have a wild shit question.
Go ahead.
Um, never mind. Wait, he's pleasant. Never mind. I answered my question. Um, so I'm gonna go like on the floor and change back to myself.
All right.
Okay. Am I changed back?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of started like just looking around the room to see if there's like anything that would indicate like a weakness that he would have or something like that.
Nothing at first glance. Everything looks official. Everything's put up. The only thing that's out is his odachi, which is currently sitting on one of those Japanese sword stands.
And it's like this is like an extra long sword.
Yes. Oh, there is one other
Yeah.
thing. Right above it are
Okay.
words. Oh, Molly, can you please read off the words that you, the languages that you speak?
Me,
Yes. Also,
I
question:
speak.
Can you read the? Can you also read the languages?
That is a good question. I assume if I know them, I can
Read.
read. Um, I can speak Archosauric, Common, Druidic, and Draconic.
I see. And can you read any of them?
I'm assuming I can read them.
E- uh, if you have an intelligence 10 or above, you can read the languages that you know.
Oh, my intelligence. Yes, my intelligence is 12. I can read.
All right.
I can read.
On top of it, right on top of it are the words in Draconic, strength of the blade. But it's very generic, like something you'd buy at a, like something you'd buy at like a shop, at like a little gift shop, from the, from the torture capital of the
Oh.
world. Very generic.
And, and I and I touch this sword.
Sure.
Okay, what happens when I touch it?
You you don't feel much other than a slight thought, other than the slight intrusive thought of of using of using a shiv, stabbing somebody, and proceeds to fill the hole with poison ivy.
What? Wait, hold on. So I'm touching. I'm assuming I'm like pinching the blade. Yeah. Um, and when I touch it, I get this thought of putting someone and putting poison ivy in the hole. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is touch the blade and and you feel an intrusive thought come in. But that's all it is, an intrusive thought. The blade does
Oh,
look
okay. That's
very,
what I thought.
well, evil. It looked like something some monster
Oh,
would
okay.
would wield.
Oh,
But you do feel a slightly heavier presence once you touch the blade.
oh shit. Um, I'm gonna continue touching it. See what happens.
Nothing.
Oh. Um. Okay. I stop touching it. Like I let it go, and I continue to look around just to see.
You still feel the uneasy presence, but you don't feel anything. But as you're looking around, you do get another intrusive thought.
Oi!
That being,
Eh, well, it depends. What sort of intrusive thoughts would you have?
um, uh, yes, choose the thoughts just to smashing something for the sake of smashing.
Okay, you hear the intrusive thoughts of what would a skull cracking sound like.
Break the
There's
skull.
nothing else in this
Break
room
the
that I
skulls.
can.
Break the
No,
skull.
no,
Break the
everything
skull.
other than a few plaques on Best Warden and Warden of the Year, along with a single mug on the coffee table, with the name Number One Boss on it.
Um, uh, I guess I'll use my wild tip again and turn back into a pterosaur and fly.
All right, and do you leave?
And fly back to my. Yes, I leave. I leave.
All right. The second you exit the room, you feel the heavy presence
Uh-oh.
leave.
Okay. I feel it leave.
After you return to the cell,
Uh,
supper is served as the guards come and bring you your suppers.
is there any more potatoes?
Just to be clear, you're not completely sure if it was a potato. It might have been just a
Oh.
really weird looking onion, but yes.
Well, that's fine. As long as it's some kind of plant or vegetable.
Well, yes, it is a plant or vegetable. You're not sure which though.
Then he's going to eat it.
Got it. Also, by the way, Maki Maki.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were gonna give that second sapphire to the kobolds.
During during dinner time, if they accepted the deal, and I did wait for them to come over, thinking that it's a much more polished, good-looking sapphire would entice them.
Well, while they're still in their cells, so are you and everyone else.
Which is why I would wait for dinner time for that.
Right. Actually, after you see a card, you no, not card. You see a guard walk up to you in your cell and says, "Hey, prisoner, hey, hey, Maki Maki."
Mm, yes,
Uh, I'm,
you you
I'm pretty, I'm,
called.
I'm pretty sure you walked out on a card game because you know those kobolds dressing up to be a dragonborn. They said they're all in.
Good one. You take this to their cell. It, it's to complete my half of the deal.
Huh.
Tomorrow they'll
Bad
have to
hand.
complete their half.
Let me guess. Bad hand.
I guess you could say a bad hand.
He shrugs his shoulders and walks off.
Mm. Thinking, just like Mm, I'll tell him tomorrow. And I just continue to wait, planning for the big day. Shit goes south. Shit goes south.
The next
But
morning
I can at
comes.
least.
The next morning comes with a strange awakening. You hear a guard unlocking your cell and asking specifically you and the little girl to come with him.
Mm, okay, okay.
The same thing happens to all of y'all as well.
What happened? I'm sorry.
And each and every one of y'all are taken to the warden's quarters.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what happened?
Y'all, y'all,
We were just taken.
y'all. Sorry, go ahead.
We were taken over to the warden's quarters. We don't know why. This is before recess,
Oh, you might know.
so something ain't something ain't right here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Oh,
Hopefully, there has been no oopsie daisies as of late.
I don't think I tripped anything on that.
The you see the warden. You see the warden drinking a liquid in a glass. When he looks at you, puts it down, and says, "There y'all are."
money, money, dream, dream, money.
Why did you call us, sir?
Well then, you did say you and your friends would be set free once you completed the job, correct?
Hello?
I said, I
Belras?
said, all my friends.
The child has arrived.
Child. Child.
The Belras.
Child.
I was not expecting you to come.
There's something
He's
worse.
muted.
A child. No.
Phones, phones
Oh,
fucked
child.
still. He won't be able to talk, but he'll be able to type. Maybe.
Okay, by the way, wait, what happened?
Balras, you're still muted. You can't hear anyone. Shit.
That's not good.
Mm.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, that ain't good. Okay. Well, if you can't hear us,
Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice.
That's no good.
that, that no good.
that no good, boss. Also, he's basically playing a child mafioso.
Lovely. Is he like
So
a
far, he's
halfling?
playing a child mafia.
Oh, he's like an actual human child.
Child of some sort. I forget what he is.
Oh.
He's a tabaxi.
Oh, Tabaxi
Ah.
Child.
Okay.
Right, because he looks like something from your backstory. I remember.
Yeah. You guys will end up finding out more about Takeda's backstory. You guys might even hear him curse someone in the name of someone he knew.
I'm just trying to follow along what's going on here.
Gonna
Not
be a
much
very
to follow on.
You guys got a golem, a bartender, a child.
we met the so basically we met the child. Cicada adopted the child first session.
Uh-huh.
Same
Okay.
session we met a bartender, and that bartender decided to continue following us.
Okay.
Because it's the same people that it's let a adventure take all my fucking people without any fusses or worries into slavery. And I was following them. And they were kind of sad because, well, they just kind of let them. They knew that they were going to do shit. But yeah.
Bless you.
So, so you
They're
adopted the
having to
child,
make up.
and then you have the bartender. And what about the golem?
Oh, Slate the Golem. He's one of the friends I made in here that the others are not too sure about. They haven't seen them. But
They're a prison
I'm
friend
just gonna
who's probably
prison
going to
friend.
split ways with. He's probably going to split ways with the party once everyone's free.
Okay. So did you meet
Yeah.
him in jail?
Yes.
We met him in jail. I met him specifically in the library. Despite each his looks, he's actually very intelligent. We're gonna
And
use that.
Cicada doesn't know him at all.
Okay, the warden
Gotcha.
speaks up and says, "Well, since tomorrow everyone will be at the mines collecting the materials and then be set free, I figured why not just take a step a bit early." He he snaps his fingers at two guards, gives all the items that y'all had before except for the weapons.
Oh, oh.
These are your clothings, items, and anything else on you. I will be holding on to the weapons until you get to the mines, because even though we've thoroughly explored it, it still can be dangerous. I wouldn't want my miners being killed before I can get this valuable ore.
Ah, yes, Valerium.
And Gertrude just kind of like squints at him. Very like, just like, that suspicious kind of squinting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't worry, none of your clothes have been poisoned. Nothing's been put into your totems. Nothing's been put into your food. Nothing has been touched.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes.
It's always so good to be able to put trust in you.
Well then, y'all better. Y'all better. Actually, that reminds me of something. We have special guest rooms for y'all to sleep in tonight. I mean, if you're gonna stay one last night in one night in prison, might as well make one you can't forget. Am I right?
Gertrude just kind of like snorts. Right? Kind of snorts at him.
That is very kind of you, sir.
Of course. I am a businessman. Am I not?
You are businessman first, warden second.
Yes.
I just hope, that it's not a little bit of a snake oil trader kind of business.
Right.
I don't want to be gibbed out of my son.
In the meantime, he snaps his fingers again as the guards come in behind y'all. Why don't y'all head to your rooms? Y'all, I figured that y'all wouldn't have that much fill with your suppers, so I made something quite nice. So make sure to eat up. I mean, as they say, it's so good, it's to die for. And no, before you ask, the food is not poisoned. It's
You
so.
had me worried there for a second. I'm not gonna lie.
But no, seriously, the food is prepared by the finest chefs. If you could eat any meal that would be your last, this meal would be it. Now then, now then, go eat, because you have a long day ahead of
Which
you.
is like,
Going into
I
our
just like
rooms at
just
the moment. Excuse me. Um, are we going to our rooms at the moment?
Are you what? See, it was kind
need
of
to
hard to
speak
hear you.
up.
There. Are we going to our rooms at the moment?
Yes, but he does hold you back
Okay.
just for a second before saying, "If you truly wish to
Shit.
sneak around, I would highly suggest working on your stealth. Being small ain't exactly that good when someone is like me."
Kind of, if he's like holding onto his shoulder, kind of does like the tug away and just like continues on to his room.
Just try better next time. You hear him mutter something under his breath before walking away to his desk.
And can I roll a perception to see if I can hear what he said?
Sure.
Okay. 9.
You did not hear crap.
Ah.
Mm.
Um. So as he enters his room, is there like, is the food already there?
Yes. And it's actually quite
Um.
good.
Then
Squid op
then
sand squid octopi served with sandpit whale blubber with a side of cactus cider and water, along with a couple other dishes, one of which is a very expensive looking grilled cheese for the kid, and more than and some rare gemstones for Maki Maki.
I
What
before
kind
I
of
like before he like even like considers eating the food, I'm gonna use the spell slot and cast purify food.
Sure, but
heh?
Just to
before
be safe.
before you even get a chance, the little girl rushes to the grilled cheese and proceeds to scarf it down.
We're all in the same room. I
In this
thought we
case,
were in
yes.
different. I
All
thought we were all
20
in
of us.
different rooms.
Oh, okay.
They put us in they put us in special rooms this time around, where it's all
What's
connected.
Oh, okay. So it's not special rooms. It's just one thing, right? Am I
If
not
that's
wrong?
what DM, if that's what DM says.
I don't know. What is he? He said room, but now I'm thinking big. I'm thinking a bigger room.
There are multiple rooms. The golem must take one whole room. The lizard the lizard and a couple
So do
others take the second room
so
while y'all.
would I even see the kid like go for the food?
No, you would be in the room with the
Okay.
bartender and the lizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast
Mm,
purify food. Drink on.
he has a name. Scale.
You think any of us are going to remember that?
Oh, I'm gonna remember that. I promised him something. I'm gonna keep up my promise.
Oh, I'm getting a call.
So, what gems do I have? Because now I'm beginning to have a plan
You have
before I dig in.
you have a pretty good variety. You see some emeralds, sapphires. You see a pearl here and there. You actually find one diamond in the mix, and along with a couple ignits of both fool's gold and real's gold, along with
I am gonna.
several other types of gems. It's a very wide variety.
If I find any amethyst in there, I'm gonna take e- one of the chunks of amethyst, a little bit of the fool's gold, and I'm gonna take a pearl.
Yes, there is actually
I'm
amethyst in
gonna
there.
stash. I'm gonna stash them away in my little hidden food pouch where I kept the sapphires beforehand, and then for the rest of it, I'm gonna dig in.
Great. Well, what about the rest of y'all?
Cicada is going to eat, though he's keeping an eye on everyone else inside.
Got it. Ruby, how about you?
I've been in a prison cell unconscious this whole time.
Oh no! Oh no! No, it's daytime. You already woke up, and you were taken with them.
with the other prison.
Taken over and given a whole thing of exotic foods.
Yeah.
Are we in a mine?
Yeah.
That's the last thing I remember.
So we're gonna go down the mine with Maki and Cicada. So he's giving us like food and such, and giving us like I assume better rooms than ourselves before we
Why
go
is
down
the
into.
warden good?
I think he's good. I think he's.
He's
And why
wanting
is
us
the
to
golem good?
feel like we can. I'm saying that warden's shady as fuck.
I agree.
I'm not gonna keep my
Because
guard
now,
down while in this room.
right? That's why That's why I cast purify food and drink because I don't trust it.
I like how he when he so we have our stuff back. Is that right?
We have everything
Everything
but our
but the
weapons.
weapons.
And so
So
I
for
like how
you,
he was like,
Ruby,
yeah, you can have your stuff. It's not poisoned. It's not trapped. There's no hexes on it. I definitely didn't rub it on
right,
something
right.
nasty.
I definitely didn't roll it in dog shit.
Gerdu wouldn't be able to tell.
I'll just follow Master Who.
But for you, Ruby, all you have all your weapons.
Oh yeah, that's a because I wait. Did you say
Boom!
that
I
you
found
guys
a
don't have your
card.
weapons?
No, we don't have our weapons.
We have
Okay.
we have everything but our weapons.
And I'm pretty strong unarmed. I do have a
I
quarterstaff,
have
but
I have my tail.
I got a plan and a returning, and I also have a returning item, returning weapon, so I could just summon it from whenever, wherever.
Oh, be your own weapon.
Yeah, my old weapon, really, if I wanted to, if it was a dangerous situation. I could scrawl a little something on the ground for just a quick second, and then I could summon it back into my hand. I was about to do that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So after y'all eat, and the girl is quickly done with that fantastic grilled cheese, and while she's eating it, she actually cries a bit from how good it tastes, and remembering when she wasn't, when she actually had a home, as she quickly falls asleep after that. Do y'all do the same? Besides the crying and remembering.
Maki Maki is gonna check every single angle of this damn cell. After all, it might be gold plated, but it's still a prison cell.
It is completely free. No spells, no hexes, no secret compartments. It's clean as a whistle.
I even check underneath. I even check underneath the goddamn mattresses on the underside of the beams, every single bit, because there's got to be something up here.
Clean
If it's
as
not, it's
a
some kind of trap.
whistle.
Yeah, fuck.
So I'm gonna just because I can. I'm also going to cast detect magic to see if there's anything fun.
I'm
You do see a couple hints of magic, although it's mostly coming from the golem and the sword and the oni. Other than that, nothing.
Okay. And that now it's gonna be
All right then.
all right. With that I think I'm just gonna like
Silence!
Okay then. So eventually y'all go to sleep, correct?
yeah.
What?
what as a short rest or
Long rest.
a long rest. Long rest?
Long rest. All of our spells and everything that we can do, we should be able to do. As long as we don't have a collar on us that inhibits our magic, that
Oh, that's
isn't
the thing.
fucking. So
Sorry about that.
far, I'm the only one that has it.
Well, apparently the warden saw me last night. By the way, I heard the
Yes.
brothers I felt. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, by the way, a quick question. Can you please? Oh wait, no. Oh, no, I'm not at that part yet. Never mind. You do hear another intrusive thought coming into your head of stabbing them in their sleep and blaming it on the lizard man.
Oh shit. Um, Gurkin kind of does like that, like shudder as he like attempts to fall back to sleep. I'd be cursed. Feelings trapped.
Might be cursed. It might just be a very weak curse. It might just be like, hey,
Yeah,
hey, hey, you should do this really dumb thing. It'll
right.
be funny.
Or murder if you want. Anyways.
All right then. As the long rest continues and as y'all wake up, you hear clanging on your cells. All right, everyone, it's time. Come on, it's time to go. Each of y'all are woken up, and each of y'all are hauled into your individual prison wagons. Well, except for the golem, which requires a custom built, like 2 times larger one, and even then he has to squeeze in. It takes a couple hours for y'all to
Well,
get there. In the meantime, would any of y'all like to talk or say anything?
I'm. Who's in my wagon?
yeah, who's in our wagon?
Maki Maki,
Oh,
you
really?
have Cicada and the little girl. Girl, you have the
And
bartender.
everybody.
Girl, you have the bartender, the lizard man, and Ruby. The third one just holds the golem because he's big. Too big. Oh, also,
Hmm.
actually, never mind.
Hmm.
So Gertrude looks to Scales. Lizard man. Oh, no, I don't. I got like the thing.
So then, after a couple hours, you'll eventually arrive at the mine. And by the way, this is one of those open sky mines. The really, really deep ones.
Oh, so it's like
So if need be, you could just do a vertical climb.
so it's like a
Yes.
quarry.
Hmm. Just seeing this, I looked back with a little bit of a scowl to wherever the fuck the warden is.
You see the warden getting off his custom wagon and says, "Welcome, welcome to the mines. I have had the foresight on giving y'all a bit of shade down there and plenty of water." He then grabs another tub, a large chest, and places it in front of y'all.
You said a mine, not a quarry.
Mine, quarry, same difference. It's all the same thing. Digging up stone and rock to expose the jewels beneath.
Hmm.
As you're talking, Gertrude kind of just like looks around and just has like this almost like disgusted look on his face.
Well, I can already tell you, even though this is a plank, even though this is a plank in place for several other different ores, you're finding any nightshade here. Hmm. Nightshade ore, not the plant. Usually used by elves. It helps cool them down by making chainmail of it, and it helps with their dexterity. Sneaking around.
Fantastic
You're not gonna
information.
find any of that in direct sunlight.
I see then. Thank you for that insight. Now, if you simply go down these stairs to the bottom and begin to mine, that would be fantastic. Do you?
Right. I do, and I go over to my cell. What would be my cellmate? Each the dwarf cellmate and the dwarf cellmate, the halfling cellmate, and also the kobold cellmate. Those three. I'm just kind of like, hey, you three, I got a plan.
They stop and listen.
Gertrude just kind of follows behind him, looking supremely pissed.
This won't go as smoothly as the mine thing, but I do have two backup plans. We mine as much as we can, but we put it's all the rocks, stone, gems, whatever. As long as it's sharp, we put into this backup holding right here,
They both look at
and
each
then I can
other.
just fucking cascade.
They both look at each other, look
I
at
can
you
make
with a slightly worried face, and just nod along.
remember, invert this, everything comes out extremely fast. You know what will happen with it? But option two, they do say they have some dynamite. So, which one of you has the collar?
Question: would y'all be at the bottom of the quarry by now?
We're talking walking, so we're getting closer and closer.
They're not really sure before the dwarf pipes up and says, I will handle the mining. The halfling will handle the explosives." The halfling simply scoffs and says, "Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but yeah, I should probably handle the explosives."
Yeah. Well, the reason why I say that is whoever has the explosives, I'm gonna need someone that has illusion. You gotta know that. Even something as minor illusion.
I have an item that can help.
A what?
An item? He pulls out a small totem. This can produce any type of small illusion that I like.
Oh, illusion light. That is going to be a slight problem as I need to make it look like something physical, purple, weird structure on the inside, like a inverted jet.
As they're talking, Kurgu speaks up. You need someone to deliver those bombs to him. I'd be more than happy to shove them down his throat. He's just like cracking his knuckles.
No. We can't shove him down his throat. It won't be as satisfying if we do it like that. Though I do need someone that can withstand blast. You gotta absorb elements. It's a spell. It's
No, I do not know of such a thing.
got it.
Quick
Well,
question.
then might
Would
need
you,
a different carrier.
hey, quick question. Would you have gotten to the bottom by now?
Let's just say yes.
Depend. Yeah. Let's say yeah.
All
Say
right.
by now.
Great. After about an hour of y'all being down there and continue talking and figuring out what to do, you hear a booming voice from the top. It's it's the warden with a spell to amplify his voice. But
Thaumaturgy.
say what? Oh yeah, thaumaturgy. He does. He says this, and Maki Maki. He says it in a language you
Mm-hmm.
didn't really expect for him to say. He speaks in Draconic.
This is draconic. Oh shit.
Yep.
I. By the way, I must apologize for something. I completely forgot what you said to me the first time we met. You spoke in Draconic.
Oh. Oh.
Can you please say that again? And unfortunately, I must apologize again. I know what a horrid person I am, as he walks closer and closer to the edge. But you see, I'm not that focused on money. I work for the king. I get as much as I need. But I'm afraid this sword here, as he pulls out his
Oh
odachi,
shit.
is a
Oh,
wee bit cursed, I must say.
knew it.
And let's just say a in Oni's mind is not exactly a sound place. With dark ideas and twisted, it just helped me to push who I always wanted to be. You see, you see one of the guards bringing a plunger right beside him. I don't do this for the money. For see, I was once so small and young, everyone took advantage of me. But now, I have strength. I am strong. And the one thing that truly makes me happy in this life is seeing others fall. And before you say
I'm gonna.
anything, Sir Maki Maki, I am holding my end of the deal. You are free. You can leave, run, fly, whatever. But I never said your freedom would last long. He pushes down the plunger as the dynamite explodes around the top, causing a rock slide to fall down toward the bottom.
I immediately get up on top of the golem and open up the bag, hoping to catch as much as I can in this.
And
Shit!
that is end session.
Ah, good
Shit!
lord.
Shit! 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 Shit!
What a way to end that.
Oh, fucking hell! Oh, that is some way to end that. Oh my god, that 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 was good. That was good. I'm not gonna lie, that was good. I can't even be mad.
Thank you.
My
Thank you.
apologies, I didn't. Me or Ruby did not talk that much.
Oh no, that's completely fine.
Anyways, that would be the end of this session. And I'll be seeing everyone
Oh,
next week.